What is your American dream?
American dream is become an entrepreneur here in US and bringing again some genuinity and authenticity of the Italian culture here in US.
My American dream is to serve the public. I'm running for judge and then want to continue serving on the bench and perhaps one day become a United States Senator. But I always want to give back to the community and the people that supported me along the way. My parents, and I want to make them proud.
My American dream is to make sure that our Constitution is not compromised by, the political people that are in power now, and it bothers me very much so because I am not a lawyer, but I love the law.
My American dream is just live comfortably, really. Not be too rich, not be too poor. Just wake up every morning and enjoy life. That's really it.
Everyone has a right to the American dream. Hello, everybody. It is September 26th. It's a wonderful day, September 26th. As a matter of fact, it's my second favorite day of the year, right before September 27th, which is my birthday.
So today's your
my second favorite day of the year.
Why?
Really?
Why?
Because I get
before?
excited
Okay.
for September 27th.
Okay.
I know in only a few hours, it was in only a few hours,
Yeah.
51 years ago to the day.
Yeah.
A young lady by the name of Marianne Bernstein
Mary.
walked into Mount Sinai Hospital.
Did she walk it?
Or maybe my father.
She may have gotten wheeled in.
Wheeled in by a screaming father. I don't know. But it was 51 years ago today that a young lady by the name of Marianne Bernstein, who later I discovered to be my mother,
Okay.
went after I came out of the womb.
Right. Yeah.
Right. I
Turns
didn't know who it was until
Who
then.
is that woman?
Right. Gave birth to me. So today will be our last show because tomorrow I will be out celebrating not only my birthday, but wouldn't it be great, all of this with Donald Trump happening on my birthday? What a gift.
That's a big birthday
What a
gift to be
gift.
asking
I'm
for,
okay
Brad.
with it.
You're
I'm
okay with it.
That's a
but
gift.
yeah.
That's a birthday gift for me.
That's
That's
a birthday.
true.
It ain't even my birthday.
That's true.
It's like the gift that keeps giving, right?
Right.
Every day.
Yeah. I'm hoping by my birthday, which is in November, by my birthday he'll be out of office
Right. So
entirely.
you want a different. You want the similar gift.
Same wish, but
Yes,
slightly
similar
tweaked.
gift. And Belgium Kim, Yonathan, Yo-Yo, Elias. I haven't seen you today all day, Belgium Kim.
That's
I
true.
walked into the social media room,
Yeah.
but I did not even notice you.
Yeah,
you were very quiet.
You asked me for a mug. I handed you the mug. That was the end of our conversation.
Were you the one who gave me the
I
mug?
was the one. I was the
So-
person.
That is so funny. I was so laser focused.
That's true.
Laser focused. I didn't even realize that you were the one who gave me the mug. If you asked me right now,
Who gave you that mug?
I have no idea who had to be the mug.
Wow.
I would have guessed. If I had to take a guess, I would have guessed JQ.
J-Cube. Yeah. No.
See,
that
I
was-
believe JQ gave me the
That
mug.
was so 100.
Now
I
I've
got
got to think
up
back
from
on my day.
desk. I got up from my desk and said, "You having a good day?"
Yeah.
You're like, "Yeah." And then
Now
went
you
up.
know how laser focused I was today?
How?
Because Yo-Yo.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on my computer reading something.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and I am laser focused
Yes.
on reading something.
This is true.
Okay, true story. Yo-Yo comes in. He's got some big hands, Yo-Yo. And I don't know how he's able to make such a loud sound, even with his big hands.
Ginormous.
He has some ginormous hands.
Show the people your
Like,
hands.
I'm gonna
yeah.
I really
show your
don't
hands.
have
It's
big
like
hands.
God.
They're just like
Oh,
regular
wow.
No,
sized
I'm telling you,
hands.
what you see on your screen doesn't do these hands
No,
justice.
no,
Okay,
no.
these
No,
are
no.
these are hands like he
Right.
can take his hand.
Yeah.
Okay, like you see, I even have
Yeah. Look how little my hand.
I even have like a pudgy face, and he could literally
Yeah.
take one hand.
Look at that.
Okay, and he could take my head,
Yeah.
rip it off my neck, and dunk with my head. That's how strong and big his hands are. So any event, he comes in. This is a true story.
This is.
Okay, he comes into my office. Unannounced, obviously.
Yes.
Okay. Opens the door very quietly. My door's closed. I'm like, really trying to pay attention to something.
Right.
Because I have attention issues, right?
Right.
So I'm really trying to read it very, 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 very carefully.
Right.
And he comes in with his ginormous hands, and he goes like this, and I can't even make that sound if I wanted to, no matter how hard. And I swear, I jumped out of my seat. I thought somebody came in with a gun and it was like a gunshot. It sounded like a gunshot.
He jumped out of his suit.
It's true, right? Right?
Yes.
I said, oh my God, it sounded like that was a gun. He goes, no, I just clapped. I'm like, oh my God.
Brad's not used to having anything louder than him in the
That
office.
is
That's
right.
what happened. He's like, there's a threat
I like
about.
to challenge that.
So I said, yo, what's that all about? He goes, I just want to know how your night was last night. True story,
That was
right?
it.
And how was it?
It was a wonderful night.
Great.
Wonderful evening.
A wonderful Wednesday.
Wonderful Wednesday. But today's third. Oh, yes, yesterday was Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yes.
But today's even more wonderful.
Yes, because it's
My
we're
sec- it's
closer
my
to
second.
your
It's my
birthday.
second favorite day of the
Yes.
year.
Second, right.
All right, let's go. Say hello to Jessica Levy, Joelle Reed, Elizabeth Francis. How are you? Lisa Blingrose, Tamika Nelson, Natalie Nichols. She says, long time, I'm home early today. I can tune. Natalie Nichols hasn't been around.
She hasn't.
I know.
She has not been
What?
around.
She's not been
She's been
around.
taking care of them
We miss
babies?
you.
What's going on?
Yeah, what do you mean she hasn't been home and now she can tune in?
Maybe she's been at work at this time.
Work? Who?
You work around the
Yeah.
show.
Who
right?
goes to work instead of watch Bradshaw
You know how
Live?
many people say they're like sneaking out from work to watch?
Yeah,
This
that's
is
what I
true.
do.
Right?
That's exactly what
You
I do.
sneak out of work,
I
too.
sneak out of work to watch this every
Right.
single day.
Linda Shore, how are you?
So
Wendy
what's
Brown, Tamika Nelson, Lolitha Platt, Dawn Harriet, and Wendy Brown, Sophia Gray. Not a lot of comments today, or unless my phone's not working. It could be an iOS 11 issue, but I don't need to go into Apple again because I don't see a lot of comments yet.
That wouldn't surprise me, Brad.
Yes, DJ Killer Buzz saying squad up. Not once, but twice.
Yeah.
Just in case we missed them. Missy Jam Amateur. By the way, here's like a little, inside tip. Okay, when people say, oh, how come Brad didn't mention my name? Because if you just make one comment, I'm literally scrolling through.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see them. Okay? Then you got to be like DJ Killer Buzz.
Right.
Double comment. Triple
All
comment.
comment.
I'm going to
Yeah.
eventually see one of your
This
comments,
is true.
right?
This is
Okay,
true.
Missy Jam Amateur, how are you? Says, hey, Brad. What does it mean when your G28 is rejected because of improper filing? Well, a G28.
Hey, yo.
No. This is G28 is just a form a lawyer fills out, a licensed attorney fills out to say, I'm your attorney. So if it is rejected, it is either because you're doing this on your own, you don't need a G28, or your attorney is really not an attorney. So I just wanted to make sure that we got that because that's a really important thing. Okay, overcoming, saying squad up, Angela Rawlings, Tracy Lacey, Jamila Russell. She's sneaking out of work. Sneaking out of work to watch the show every
That's what
day.
we like to hear.
I have to put in a report to HR about this. Jamila works for us. Jalo, she's an attorney here. Cordella Douglas, how are you? Keisha Roberts, Missy Jam. I said Abiasi Riano saying hello from Ohio. All right, I was just in Ohio about 3 weeks ago.
Really?
Yes, Cleveland.
Were you?
Yes.
what?
I went to see Oberlin College with my son.
Oh, I did know
remember
that.
Yeah.
I was gonna, we were both.
I was
Do you see
like-
how shocked we were? Like,
What
you went
were
to
you-
Ohio and didn't tell us?
Yeah,
How
I
did we not
told you.
know you
Rude.
went to Ohio?
I
We
told
did
you.
know.
I told you.
I know we did.
Donald Gordon.
Whoop, whoop.
Uh-oh. Donald Gordon giving Yo-Yo a run for his money.
What'd he say?
I don't know what he's saying, but I know what he's thinking.
Okay.
And he's thinking, Yo-Yo, keep your arms off of Kip.
That's right.
That's what he's
That's
thinking.
right.
All right, now I'll tell you what he
especially
It's
said.
hard. It's hard.
Especially since we're matching today. Jan and I were mind melding
Yes.
before we got it.
Now, what Donald is writing is nothing to what he's thinking. Okay, because what he's writing is just good evening, everybody.
Oh, okay. You got all of that from good evening,
Yes,
everybody?
Yes. Dee Bean, who I just recently met.
Yes, she's so delightful.
She's such a cute lady. Cindy Albert, Quinta Manenhu saying hello. Sydney Bursick,
Hey,
a.k.a.
Pizza, pizza.
Pizza, pizza.
Yeah.
Cleve, Rich Kid C, how are you? We have a new, I was going to say new DJ, but it's a Dizinfo. DZ Infos. Mm-hmm. Has a question. We'll get to you in a little bit. Sabrina Sparks, how are you? Ubum. UBM. How would you even pronounce that?
UBM?
Maybe it's just UBM.
UBM. Says, happy
Your
birthday,
baby
Brad,
mama.
in advance. Thank you very much,
Urban
UBM.
baby mama.
And Belgium Kim, Yonathan, Yo-Yo Elias, there's a lot going on in the news today. We have a lot of immigration questions to get to. It is a good day for the Democrats, a very, very bad day for Donald Trump. But before we get to that, let's get to some sharing and caring.
All right, the very first thing that we need you guys to do is make sure that you've joined the Brad Squad. What are you doing? If you're watching us and are not members of the Brad Squad, that's preposterous. Because the first 5 questions that get asked in that group every day, those are the only ones that we will promise, pinky swear that we'll ask those questions first. Everything else, ain't no telling, fam. So make sure that you become an official member of the Brad Squad by joining the Brad Show Live Brad Squad on Facebook. We're going to drop the link in the comments right now. Make sure that you liked the page and hit that little bell right beside it, because that's what's going to actually make your phone ding every single time we go live. So you never know when we go live, or it's not happening Friday, so you don't have to be staring at your phone tomorrow waiting for the show to start. Because you won't get that notification, fam. No show tomorrow. But when we're back, you'll get that notification and you won't miss a second of Brad Show Live. Make sure you're telling us all of your thoughts and feelings in the comments. And most importantly, drop those immigration questions in there right now, because we ask those questions first come, first serve after those first 5 Brad Squatters. And, of course, family, you already know the drill. I don't even have to tell you how, but I'm gonna, because we're just that nice around here. Hit that share button, start a watch party, which will send a notification out to all of your friends, or make sure to just share it as a private message, as a DM, as a whatever you call it, as a carrier pigeon, as a telegram, whatever you need to. Jan sent me a great immigration question this morning via message, and I felt real good because I saw Jan's face pop up on my phone, and I was like, oh, I didn't expect that. Do that for one of your friends right now by sharing the show. And Jan, what do they do on YouTube?
All right, on YouTube, first thing you guys are gonna do is subscribe, all right? Our subscriber count has been going crazy lately, and it's all because of you. When you subscribe, it sends a little notification. It will probably send a notification to your friends and that follow your YouTube channel, and it shows that you subscribe. So what do we
I have Jessica Collini wants to know when the show will be back. Tomorrow, Brad's birthday.
Yeah.
Okay, Brad by 5:30 is gonna be 7 tequila shots into the wind already.
Yeah.
You don't want me answering any immigration questions.
you might.
I'll just be yelling the G28, the G28. I don't even. That's just to represent you as an attorney. All right, so you don't want me answering immigration questions. Monday, Jewish New Year.
Yes.
So I will be in synagogue. Tuesday, we will be back live.
Yes, we'll be back live on Tuesday, but you won't know unless you actually subscribe and press that little bell for a notification. So you guys can make sure you find out when we come on at the exact time we come on, all right? We also need you guys to share. So all you have to do is copy the link. So you can share it directly to all your social media platforms. So Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you can send it straight to that. They have blogger sites, they have all kinds of different social media platforms that you can send it to, but most importantly, we want you guys to copy the link and send it in a text blast. So use WhatsApp, Viber, whatever text message app that you guys use to talk to people internationally. We need you guys to start sending this internationally. So send it to all your family and friends outside of the country, because they really need the help. All right, and we also, of course, have immigrants here in the States that need it, but please make sure that you guys send it to friends and family that you know outside of the country as well, so they can get help. They can find out exactly when we're on the show, so they can ask their questions, all right? And also, please put in all your social media questions now. We're saying this now in the beginning. We say this in the beginning to make sure you guys put in your social media questions. We'll be off for a couple of days, so this is going to be your only chance to get your questions answered this week. All right, last but not least, please give us a thumbs up. We like to see that. We've hit
141 last year.
And that was
Last week.
Was that thumbs up?
Yeah, thumbs up. That was
You know, I mean, I wish I could give away stuff for like 150 thumbs up, and then 250 shares today on Facebook. You want to give something away?
Wow.
You trying to do that?
This is birthday
All right,
Brad.
Yeah,
birthday
you want to
Brad.
give something away?
What you trying to give away? You know what the people really want.
So 250 shares, 150 thumbs up on YouTube.
Yes, I know what they want.
Yeah.
They want money. I can't give them money,
No.
but
no.
they want money. But what else could I do besides money?
You can give a gift card.
Gift card to everybody who watches?
That's correct.
No.
That seems like
we
a lot
have
of money.
I
we
think
have,
a
we have
consultation.
our little drone thing to pull out names.
Drums.
Drums.
All right, so why don't we do this? We have 250 shares on Facebook, which is nothing. 150 thumbs up on YouTube,
No problem.
which is nothing.
We've
Nothing.
done it.
We'll pull out on Tuesday 2 names out of a hat or a drum. We'll give away 2 free consultations with it.
There we go.
Valued at $200
Wow.
each, so it's $400 value.
Sharing is caring,
Okay,
guys.
and the only
There
thing
it
you gotta
is.
do to be in the drum is make a comment either on Facebook or YouTube today, and we'll track everybody who makes a comment on Facebook. We got nothing to do for 4 days till our show's
That's
done.
right. That's
There we
right.
go.
Count everybody. Just make a comment.
Not a thing.
We
I'm
got
gonna
nothing to
spend
do.
the next 2 days
Counting
literally.
names.
Thank God for
Counting
this
names.
assignment because
Yes.
now I'm able to sit down and count y'all.
So you guys heard it here right now. 250 shares on Facebook. I need
That's like
everybody
nothing.
watching right now.
I
It
just
is
basically
nothing.
gave it away.
You did.
Yes, I
You
need
did.
everybody
That's
watching,
crazy.
but they have to get both, right? 250
Well, yes,
shares
yes,
on Facebook
and
and
150
thumbs up on YouTube. I need you guys to do that right now in order to get a chance to win 2 free consultations. And even if you guys don't need it, you can either give it to somebody or
You can sell it. You can sell it.
Look, make you some money. That's a whole, what is it, $200? That's $200 right there.
$200 each.
This
That's $400.
Brad, this is the weirdest
$400.
birthday ever. You're giving people money for your birthday.
Yes.
That seems.
The man that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
Right, I am the man that keeps on giving.
All
As
right.
Christy Consali says, that's what I'm talking about, Brad.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yes.
There
All
you
right.
go.
So now I need to see you guys make this happen because I know
those
that you guys
comments.
can. All right. Now for the next segment, this is where we schmooze with Brad.
All right, so this is no news. I think everybody knows what's going on. The whistleblower complaint was released today. The head spy from the spy agency of the United States also testified today before Congress. Now, the whistleblower complaint claims that Donald Trump had a pay-for-play conversation, multiple conversations with the president of what are you making? What are you laughing about?
127 shares already.
I don't know what you're laughing at. You're making me laugh.
This is crazy.
That's what we were looking at,
Ukraine, and after the hearing, President Trump tried to persuade after Robert Mueller's hearing,
Right.
the day after, when they said there's no collusion between Trump and Russia. President Trump got on the telephone with Ukraine and asked the president of Ukraine to investigate the 2020 campaign rival Joe Biden on a July 25th call. Senior officials at the White House scrambled after this to lock down this conversation. They realized that what he did was illegal. What did he do? He said basically this: I need you to interfere in the United States election in 2020. If you interfere in the United States election in 2020, I will be a very good person to you.
Right.
I will let you come visit the White House. We'll send Vice President Pence to
Your inauguration.
your inauguration.
Yep.
We will give you all the military aid that you need. You have to give me dirt on Joe Biden and Joe Biden's son to make Joe Biden look like he's a crook. And quite frankly, there is no evidence that Joe Biden did anything wrong in the Ukraine.
Absolutely.
So basically, Trump was saying to this president, make some stuff up. We don't care. Make it up. We don't care what it is. Give me dirt. I'm going to be the president. I need you to help me.
That's insane.
Okay, that is collusion.
Yeah.
Which is, by the way, probably the same thing that happened with Russia, except we never got any evidence that he actually did it.
Right.
Now, according to the complaint, approximately a dozen White House officials listened to the call, which was a mixture of policy officials and duty officers in the White House Situation Room. And now these officials recounted the phone call to the whistleblower. This is where, and by the way, this is where the Republicans are attacking.
Yeah.
Because this is mostly hearsay.
Right.
Okay? The officials recounted the phone call to the whistleblower. The White House officials who told me this information were deeply disturbed by what had transpired in the phone call. They told me there was already a discussion ongoing with White House lawyers about how to treat the call because of the likelihood in the officials' retelling that they had witnessed the president abuse his office for personal gain. In an attempt to lock down all records of the call, in particular its official word-for-word transcript. And by the way, there's also an audio recording somewhere too.
Of course.
White House lawyers told officials to move the transcript into a separate system that is password protected that only the people with the highest clearance in the White House could look at.
Wow.
So therefore, maybe it was only a dozen people in the world would be able to actually access this conversation. And the reason they have these password protected codes is when it's dealing with very sensitive national security issues that only the top, highest level people in the United States government can look at it. This conversation had nothing to do with national security. It is a fact. It was put into the national security database with only a dozen or so people could actually access this. This conversation was a political conversation between Donald Trump and the president of the Ukraine, where Donald Trump says, interfere in the 2020 election to get me elected, and you will get a lot of good stuff.
Wow.
If you don't interfere in the election to help me get elected, you will be punished. That is basically the gist of the conversation. Now, the Republicans are attacking this whistleblower. Nobody knows who the whistleblower is, although the New York Times is reporting that he is a top CIA-level agent. From my belief, from how I understand the story, I understand the story that he was privy to the conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, but what he was not privy to was what the White House did after the conversation.
Right.
So this CIA agent heard the conversation, was so disturbed about this conversation that this is the exact thing that Robert Mueller was investigating for 2 years, that Donald Trump was saying there is no collusion, except now we're just with a different country.
Right.
And he was so disturbed about this that he spoke to his colleagues at the White House. And his colleagues at the White House say, we're disturbed by this too.
Yep.
The lawyers in the White House are disturbed by this, and some of Donald Trump's top officials was so disturbed, they put this in the top secret database that only 12 people or 15 people can access because they didn't want anyone to ever know this conversation ever took place.
Right.
So now the whistleblower writes a complaint to the Department of Justice, to Porky.
Right.
Do we call him Little Porky? Big Porky? What do we call that guy?
You call him just Porky.
I just call him Porky.
You call him Porky.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Attorney General Barr
Yes.
Right.
writes a complaint to him.
Right.
The Justice Department Attorney Barr says there's nothing here. Refuses. Then he becomes what's called a whistleblower.
Right.
Which is he goes to the Inspector General at the top spy agency of the United States. Nobody has said what spy agency this is. We don't know if it's the NSA.
Right.
We don't know if it's the CIA. We don't know if it's the ABC, the DEF, the GHI. We don't know which spy agency because the only thing reporting is top spy agency.
Right.
Okay. And he makes a report. Now, the only one who knows who he is the person who he made the report to.
The Inspector
There's
General.
There's the only person supposedly who knows who he is.
Right.
Supposedly Trump doesn't know.
Right.
Supposedly, I'm sure everybody knows who he is by now, but publicly nobody's supposed to know who he is.
Right.
Or she. Maybe it's a she.
Right.
And this whistleblower report has now come to the attention of Congress. And they said, what? WTF, Trump? Like, what the fuck? We just spent 2 years investigating your collusion with Russia. You said there is no collusion.
Right.
And now, one day after we're finally done with it, you're colluding with Ukraine for the 2020 election.
Right.
Like, what the fuck?
The day after. Which is
like,
just...
what the fuck? That's all I can say.
Where is your decorum,
Yes.
man? You needed 1 day of good behavior.
Right. So he complained. This guy complains to the Inspector General of the top CIA. Nobody knows who he is. And the complaint starts, it was released this morning. Okay, it was released this morning. The complaint starts that the President of the United States is using the power of his office to solicit interference from a foreign country in the 2020 U.S. election. The President's personal lawyer, Mr. Rudolph Giuliani, is a central figure in this effort. The complaint also added that attorney William P. Barr, a.k.a. Porky, appears to be involved as well. The complaint goes on to say that after a congratulatory call from Trump to the president of Ukraine in May, multiple officials said a subsequent meeting or phone call between the two would depend on whether the Ukrainian president was willing to play for pay. Soon after, Trump instructed Vice President Mike Pence to not attend Zelensky's inauguration as planned, with the whistleblower writing that it was made clear to officials that the president did not want to meet with Mr. Zelensky until he saw how Zelensky chose to act in office.
Wow.
Act in office meant, are you going to give us dirt on Joe Biden?
Exactly.
Now, Trump's decision after that, they still got no dirt from Ukraine, then decided to withhold, it was reported $250 million, but I see in my notes here, it's now $391 million in military aid that was already authorized by Congress as an act of law to give to Ukraine, and the president says, we're not going to give it. Too bad, even though Congress passed the money to give to them. Now, this is money Ukraine needs to defend themselves against Russia. Russia's taken over half their country in Crimea.
Right.
They could be run over any day now.
Absolutely.
Okay, but Trump says, I don't care if you get run over. Russia could take over your whole goddamn country for all I care. You better just give me dirt on Joe Biden. That's basically what it is.
He's holding the whole country hostage.
Yes. So in the complaint, the whistleblower wrote that the unusual handling of this particular call, this last call, by White House officials was deliberate. They knew what Trump did was wrong. They had him on audio tape committing a crime. And the White House puts it, this transcript of this call, into the top secret database that only 15 people could see or 20 people could see.
Right.
Because they can't just make this call disappear.
Right.
That would be too obvious.
Right. Because there were a dozen people who were listening in on the call.
So no, but not only that, but somebody would say, hey, what happened to this telephone call?
Right.
We know he spoke to President Zelensky. There's no evidence that this call, that would be like, what are you hiding?
Right.
You put it in the top, nope, they talked about top secret stuff. Nobody's allowed to know what that conversation was about.
Right.
And then that call, nobody's hiding the call. We're just saying you can't learn about it because it's all top secret, which is a bunch of BS. It was all political. So the White House reaction was from Stephanie Grisham, the press secretary, described it as nothing more than a collection of third-hand accounts. It is a third-hand account. What is a third-hand account is the fact that people in the White House were concerned that he committed a crime.
Yeah.
This CIA or NSA whistleblower heard this conversation. That is not a third-party account. That is a first-party account. And it is a fact, and it's not been disputed by anybody, that this political conversation ended up in the top secret computer database that nobody was able to review. Trump's reaction says it's a disgrace to our country. It's another witch hunt. Here we go again. My call was perfect. Now, I believe, because he said after, and I may be misquoting him, but he said something to the effect, Trump said, I'm not a dumb guy. Why would I go and commit a crime when I know everybody's listening?
Right.
Why would I do this? My answer is no, he's not a dumb guy, but he's such a egomaniac.
Exactly.
That he thinks he could get away with anything. You could listen to all my calls, I'll get away with it anyway. As he said in 2016, if I took a gun and shot somebody on Fifth Avenue, I would get away with it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this is him shooting somebody with a gun on Fifth Avenue, and he says, I'll get away with it. I don't care anybody listens. I'm going to have this call with this guy, and I'm going to tell him what I need done.
Wow.
It's like Tony Soprano in the White House. It's literally what it is. It's like the Sopranos took over the White House.
Yeah.
Part of me wonders if this is like the biggest conspiracy theory in me wonders if this is just some really big joke that like in 3 years Donald Trump is going to be like, how could you let yourselves be played like this? I just kept trolling the entire American people over and over again.
No, that's not a joke. This is serious. And it's going to embroil a lot of people. Mike Pence had conversations with this guy. I am sure Mike Pence is involved in this. I can tell you right now, Rudy Giuliani, mark my words, no matter what happens. Now, you can, maybe in a year, you can call me up and say, Brad, I remember on your show on the day before your birthday, you said Giuliani's going to go to jail. That guy, going to jail.
Yep.
You want to know why? Because anybody who gets involved with Trump, no matter what happens with Trump, somebody else takes the blame, and it's always his lawyer. First Michael Cohen, now it's going to be Giuliani.
Manafort.
That's right. Manafort. Think about all the people.
Papadopoulos.
Think about all the people that Trump instructed to do things.
Yeah.
And Trump is still president. All these other people are in jail.
Isn't General Flynn in jail right now as well?
No, he's still cooperating.
He's still That's right.
Yes. Now, Trump tweeted this afternoon, a whistleblower with secondhand information, another fake news story. Now, most Republicans are still supporting him. Lindsey Graham came out and said, there's nothing here.
Right.
But there is something there.
Right.
And I believe as this goes on week after week after week, I believe that there are going to be some Republicans who break off and say, this ain't right, what's going on here. Because this really comes down to, are we a country of a rule of law?
Right.
Or are we a country of a dictator? Because a dictator doesn't care what the laws say, but we have a constitution. And there are some Republicans already who have broken off.
Yeah.
Senator Mitt Romney has said this is wrong.
Yes.
There is a congressman by the name of Representative Will Hurd. He's a moderate Texas Republican.
Yeah.
So he's more kind of in the middle. And he says these things are concerning as well. There's a lot more that's going to come out, and it's more than one telephone conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Absolutely.
And I don't have number 14 anymore, so we're going to move on. So meanwhile, Zelensky's advisor says Biden's case was a precondition to Trump's phone call. So Zelensky's right-hand man has already come out. His name is Shari Leshenko. Okay, one of the right-hand advisors to Ukrainian President Zelensky told ABC News that President Trump's desire for the two leaders to discuss a possible investigation into Joe Biden was a precondition for the now infamous July 25th telephone call, meaning that Trump was not even going to make that call unless Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, was already starting an investigation on behalf of Trump into Joe Biden for something that, as far as we know, Biden never did. Meanwhile, this is nice. You may remember, we'll get back to Trump more. We'll do some more Trump tomorrow, but it can't be Trump.
Yeah, next week.
Meanwhile, if you remember, we had on our show about a year ago a Army veteran by the name of Miguel Perez. Okay, and he was deported after serving two terms in Afghanistan. Yeah. He took a blow to the head. And if you remember, his story is he committed a crime because of post-traumatic stress disorder. There he is. And they made him walk across the bridge in Texas and deported him back to Mexico. We have a 2-minute clip, and then I'm going to give you an update on what's going on with him. Let's watch. Serving in the U.S. military does not automatically mean citizenship. And even a U.S. military veteran and their family members can be deported. Now, Miguel Perez came to the United States from Mexico with his family legally with a green card at the age of 8. He served 2 tours of duty in Afghanistan with the United States Army.
I felt the duty. I felt just the civil duty to defend the country.
Were you aware that you were not a citizen of the United States despite the fact you knew you wanted to, you had your civic duty or felt the civic duty to represent the United States?
That is correct.
You definitely saw combat. You were on seek and destroy. You came back. Were they treating you at the VA hospital for drug dependence, or were they treating you for something else?
They were treating me for PTSD. They were treating me for back pain. They were treating me for TBI, traumatic brain injury.
How did you get a TBI?
One incident, it involved a flashbang grenade blowing up right about here.
You have a wife, you have children. When did it start to get out of control for you? Alcohol use, drug use, and why was it getting out of control?
Drugs, especially powder cocaine, came into play after my second return. And you come back to the United States and everything is slow.
You go from this exhilaration, this rush of exhilaration that you're shooting and people are shooting at you and your life could be over, or someone else's life can be over, and the adrenaline and the exhilaration to come back to, I guess, mowing the lawn and cooking the dinner.
The only time that I was able to be relaxed was under the effects of alcohol and powder cocaine.
So now you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. You plead guilty to what in court in Chicago?
It was called manufacture and delivery. In the state of Illinois, if it's packaged, it's a manufacture and delivery, and that's what I pled guilty to.
And how long were you in prison?
7.5 years. I'm still in danger.
You're only going to come back to the United States either as a United States citizen or if you can vacate that conviction.
Also death.
Death, right. When you die, you can go into Arlington Cemetery. I'm talking about coming back alive.
My son's been expecting me for the past few years, and my daughter, I got off the phone this morning with her, and she was crying. Every time we talk, she cried.
You serve in active war in the military. You put your life on the line. You don't deserve what Miguel got.
I've never thought that they would deport U.S. veterans.
He did something wrong, which many people would say. He did his time like anybody else, and he should get to live in America. Miguel, we'll put in our help that we can. We will certainly be in touch, and hopefully one day, not in the near distant future, but in the short term, we'll see you back in America. Miguel, good luck to you.
We'll celebrate then together, Brad.
All right, so that was about a year ago.
Yeah.
And I said, hopefully you'll be back in America one day. Well, I got some good news.
Oh, good. I was hoping
he is back in America.
Nice.
Yes, Governor J.B. Pritzker, he granted Perez clemency. He basically vacated his drug conviction and said Perez's military service should give him an expedited path to citizenship, which it would, under an executive order by President George W. Bush. So Miguel was granted a temporary visa for 14 days to come from Mexico to the United States to meet with USCIS to file his citizenship papers. He met with USCIS in Chicago. He made his case, and they said they would make a decision shortly. He has to go back to Mexico, but I'm going to tell you, they would not have given him the visa to come for the interview if they already didn't know they were going to grant it to him.
That makes sense.
So on Tuesday, Perez says, I got faith in God that I'm going to be able to stay home. I have to stay home. I can't go back to Mexico. He says, number one, it's dangerous. He's received death threats. He has no access to medical treatment. Sometimes he wouldn't sleep for 3 or 4 days because he's just nervous there by himself.
Right, he has PTSD.
And he pleaded guilty, remember, to cocaine back in 2010. Now, for those who wanted to know his backstory, he came to the United States when he was 8 years old. And his father came to the United States to play soccer. And he thought his dad was a citizen, that he was a citizen.
Right.
And it didn't happen automatically back in the day just through your father. Right. So he just assumed he was a citizen. He joined the military, did 2 terms in the military, saw combat in the military, defended the United States of America, was caught with cocaine, 7 years in jail, when he comes back and deported.
Sheesh.
All right, it wasn't bad enough to give him 7 years in jail. He had to be deported as well.
Yep.
So now Perez's both parents now are citizens. His 2 sisters are citizens. His children are U.S. citizens. He has not seen his son since he's 10 years old. He was only able to see his daughter while he was in prison. And there was no touching, no hugs, and hopefully that will change very, very soon.
Yes.
So that was a nice story. Hopefully it follows that he gets his citizenship.
That's an amazing update.
Yes.
I'm really excited.
So the other day we were talking about the where the water pressure goes during the Super Bowl, right? During the national anthem.
Right.
Okay, it's kind of like when the second time you ask people to share, that's when the water pressure goes down across the United States of America.
Right.
Okay, but now talking about the Super Bowl, Jennifer Lopez and Shakira are now going to co-headline the Super Bowl halftime show, as announced today.
Yeah.
Because Shakira's hips won't be lying in Miami come February.
Shakira.
Right. Now the singers made a cryptic announcement on social media, posting images of each other in very similar outfits without revealing their faces. They captioned their post, "Get ready, and this is happening." Pepsi then posted the big reveal image showing both women's faces. The Super Bowl date is February 2nd, 2020.
So exciting.
Now there's been a buzz in recent weeks about J-Lo scoring the gig. In fact, she openly said it's something that we've talked about for many years, and it would be nice. I can't say I wouldn't love to do it. And now her wish is granted.
J-Lo is killing it.
She is killing it. Hustlers.
Can you believe she started off as a background dancer? A little fly girl off of In Living Color.
Was she a background dancer? Is that how she started? I don't know.
Yeah, J-Lo used to be a fly girl on In Living Color.
I remember that. Right, that was the Wayans brothers.
Yeah, so like she was one of the girls that would dance, and she was also Janet Jackson's background dancer.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
So you'll see her in a lot of Janet Jackson's older videos, like from the 90s.
Really?
Like That's the Way Love Goes. She's in there.
Yeah? I gotta go check that out.
I
That's a good little background information. I didn't
and
know.
to see how she's flourished and has an amazing career.
Now,
from that.
the first time I heard of Shakira was from the song, Your Hips Don't Lie. Was she like famous before
Whenever,
that?
wherever? You didn't know? Whenever, wherever.
But
Be together. I'll be there and you'll be there. And I'll stay on my
But that was before Hips Don't Lie?
Yeah, that was the very first one.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
I know that song too. I just didn't know.
Yeah, right.
As a matter of fact, that whole album, just so you know, the whole album that Whenever, Wherever is on is a gold mine. There's a song
Really?
called Underneath Your Clothes that was real formative to my 13-year-old self. Yeah. Shakira.
Why don't you save that for Wednesday, Belgium?
No problem.
Save that one for
I
Wednesday.
can do my Shakira voice real quick. I'll stop.
All right. And finally, it appears that in the Arctic Ocean, a Russian naval boat was sunk by a walrus.
What?
According to a Russian Ministry of Defense, the walrus was protecting its calves when it targeted the craft carrying researchers to the shore of Cape Geller. Those on board were members of a joint expedition by the Northern Fleet, Russia's naval fleet. It was full of Russian naval officers, and the walrus attacked the boat. There were some serious troubles were avoided, though, thanks to the clear, well-coordinated actions of the Northern Fleet servicemen who were able to take the boat away from the animal without harming the animal. But eventually, the boat sank, and they had to get off the boat and go get on a different boat.
Yikes.
So one thing popped into my brain when I read this story, Brad. Only one. Do you remember the Russian spy whale that we talked about a few months ago?
Yes.
Now, they keep saying that this walrus sank the boat defending its calves. I feel like this is part of the whale walrus training facility situation that they've got.
I bet you it is.
And the walrus got hip to it. It was like, I'm done being your puppet, Russians.
Right, it's not puppet, it's a walrus spy.
Right, a walrus. I will not be a walrus spy for you.
Right, they're going to send the walrus to go listen in on the telephone calls between Trump and the president of Ukraine. Right. That's exactly what
with their echolocation, they're going to, perfect.
All right, why don't we ask people to share, because they haven't shared and we only have 69 thumbs up, Belgium Kim.
Okay. Squad, this is the most important thing. What are you
tell them what they're going to win.
The first thing, they got it. They need 20 more on Facebook, I just realized, and they need about 100 more on YouTube. Of course, we're talking about shares and likes, because if we get to 250 shares and 150 likes on YouTube, 250 shares on Facebook, 150 on YouTube, you will all get entered. If you leave 2 comments, you will all get entered into a contest to win a free consultation with this guy right here. We have a fancy drum that we put all your names in. It's really exciting. It's nearby. We're very excited to whip that bad boy back out. He sees it. He's found it. We have ocular confirmation that we have it. Now, make sure that you've shared the show. Family, share it. Start as a watch party. Send it as a private message. And make sure that, of course, you've joined the official Brad Show Live Brad Squad, because that's where you get all the inside beats. Yo, what we doing on YouTube?
On YouTube, first thing you guys are going to do is subscribe. All right? Subscribe. Our subscriber count has been going skyrocket. Thank you guys. Thank you for everything that you guys have been doing. But make sure when you guys tell people about this show and you send it as a text message blast or whatever, you tell them to subscribe as well, because we need to grow. Once we grow this channel, they will start blasting this to the world. So this is how you guys will help make this happen, all right? And I'm gonna say it again. I need y'all to throw the thumbs up right now. I need all of you guys to do it. Since the last time we said it, which was Kim 1 minute ago, we've only gone up 6
They don't want the
up.
free consultations.
Y'all can get 2 free consultations. We're gonna do 2 people, all right? So please, let me see all the thumbs up going.
Oh, 2? I didn't even realize it was 2.
We're gonna give 2 away. That's
Marge Higgs says
worth.
Marge Higgs says teamwork makes the dream work. She says, come on, YouTube. Facebook's doing their job.
Listen, Facebook, you could also still help out, because you guys can still go to YouTube and press that thumbs up as well.
You gotta subscribe to do it.
You need to subscribe to do it. So subscribe. If you're on Facebook and you have not subscribed on YouTube, what are you doing? You guys have to do it, all right? So make sure you go to YouTube right now. I've put the link in, but we're gonna do it again. We're gonna put it in the comment section. I wanna see everybody press a thumbs up. This is how we're helping you. Come on, help each other out. I saw Jessica Leamy saying, please God, let it be my name that gets pulled. So we need to make sure that actually happens, all right? Now also, please put all your comments and your questions in the comment section right now, because after this segment, we're going to be asking all your comments, all your questions that you put into social media, all right? So now,
one second. I don't believe that YouTube understands the contest.
Because they're putting thumbs emojis?
They're putting thumb emojis.
Right.
It's not thumb emojis.
Not thumb emojis.
They're doing
Press
thumb
the
emojis.
thumbs
All right, so
up.
people are doing the wrong thumb.
Yeah.
A thumb emoji is very nice, trust me.
We love it. We do love it.
Doesn't help anybody.
No, it doesn't.
There is, right under the video where it says the number of people watching, there is a thumb up, thumb down, and a share button. You go to the thumb up.
Right.
You press the thumb up that you like this show.
Right.
Why is that helpful? Because when somebody comes and sees our videos, they'll say, wow, hundreds of people like this video. Maybe I should watch it. That's how you help us. By giving the thumbs up on the YouTube. That doesn't help. That's nothing. That's just thank you for the emoji. That made us feel good. That's about it.
That's it.
It did make us feel good, but it did not help anyone in this particular context.
Correct. So, yo, why don't you explain it one last time?
All right, so I see it. Now you guys are finally getting it because the thumbs up are finally going up. You see that number where it says 61 thumbs up? That's where we need you guys to press the button. So just click on that thumbs up, all right? So make sure you do that right now.
By the way, just what I was giving up on Facebook, they've already come through. 252 shares.
Yeah,
there you go.
They're good.
So
Facebook's done.
is good. No,
You
Facebook,
good.
you're not good.
You're not good.
You guys
YouTube's done
to
nothing.
help out with
YouTube's
YouTube.
only 63 likes.
Oh, their way too, Facebook. Man.
All right.
That's right.
This is the only way you guys are gonna get it. So Facebook, go on to the YouTube. I just posted the link.
Yep.
Click on that link. Click the thumbs up.
You want to know how bad? You want to know how bad YouTube is right now? Rob J. Roberts is calling everyone out on YouTube as trash right now.
Damn.
He started fights.
Wow.
That's damn. Those are ugly words. Ugly words, Rob J. Roberts.
Well, listen, I got some news for Rob J. Those who are watching on YouTube are gonna get the first exclusive sneak peek at the second verse of 29 Super C's Mandamus song, because he's working on it in those comments right now, fam.
Nice.
Not even lying.
So now YouTube's made it up to 80 likes.
Ooh,
They only got 70 to go.
They about halfway through.
We can do it.
Let's see if they get it done while I answer immigration questions.
That's right.
How's that?
So now this is what you guys have been waiting for. This is when you call in and get your answer to your immigration questions.
Alright, let's go to Sansia in Brooklyn. Sansia. Hi, Sansia.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't know what happened to us black people. I don't know what's going to become of us.
Sansia, don't tell everybody in the world what's going to come of us. Sansia, this is your personal conversation you're telling to the world. What's going to come of us? I don't know. Maybe if you ask the question, I can help.
That's true. You might have known that answer.
Yes. Let's go to Dahlia in Petoskey, Michigan, wherever that may be. Dahlia.
Hi, Brad.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. My question for you is, I petitioned for my daughter, I-130, from December of 2013. I got the form I-797C, Notice of Action.
What does it say?
And that's what they sent me back after I petitioned, after I sent it in. That's what came to me.
Just a receipt.
Yeah, yes. At that time, I was a permanent resident.
Right.
And now I am a citizen for 2 years. I have not heard anything. My daughter is over the age. She's not married, and I have not heard anything.
Right.
I'm just trying to find out, is there any possibility you could tell me how long it would take me for me to hear something?
Well, first of all, believe it or not, it's faster. Did you tell them that you're a citizen? Or they don't even know?
No.
Okay, just leave it alone right now, because you filed in 2013?
Yes, 2013.
When in 2013?
On December 20th.
Okay. For October 1st, they are up to June 1st, 2014 for unmarried children of lawful permanent residents. You filed in 2013. They don't even know you're a citizen yet, so they still believe that you're a lawful permanent resident. The priority dates are current for your daughter for several months already, yet they haven't even approved your visa petition yet. This
No.
is a classic example of a visa delayed is a visa denied. You can, 3 options. We answer this question every day.
Yes.
Option 1, do nothing and wait. I don't know when you're going to get a decision. They should have given it to you because your daughter's eligible for a green card today. Option 2, contact your congressman or senator. They'll spin your wheels for an hour. Nothing's going to happen faster. For an hour, for a year, I mean. Or number 3, you file a mandamus action immediately, get that visa petition approved, get it forwarded to the National Visa Center, and get your daughter here.
What is that word you just called? What does that mean?
It's a mandamus, because I've been saying it a lot. And what it is the government has to do their job. You paid them a filing fee. You're a lawful resident. You're now a U.S. citizen. You paid them a filing fee, and their job is to process a visa petition in a timely manner. Timely means they either have to give you an approval or a denial in a time period in which your daughter becomes eligible for her green card. She has been eligible for a green card for at least 9-10 months after you waited 8 years for this green card for her, yet they still haven't even given you an approval yet. So you file a lawsuit. And when people hear lawsuits, the 2 things that come to mind. Number 1 is I file lawsuits for money. You're not filing a lawsuit for money. You're filing for the government to do their job. You're saying to a federal judge, tell the government to do their job. Force them to do it. And they have to listen to a federal judge. It's the way the Constitution works. And they'll approve the case. And then the second thing that goes through people's minds when they hear sue the government is they freak out. They get scared. I'm not going to sue the government because as soon as I sue the government, they're going to deny me. They're going to come after me. They're going to make my life miserable. It's actually the opposite. If you sue the government, A, they know you're proactive. B, they know a federal judge is overseeing things and they can't screw around with your case. The last thing they want to do is after you sued them, think about it logically. Okay? If I'm an immigration officer, I get paid my salary, okay, at the end of the year. I don't get any more money or any less money, okay, whether I approve your case or not. I get the same amount of money whether I approve Dahlia's case or not. I've never even met Dahlia. I've never met her daughter. I now all of a sudden have a federal judge breathing down my neck because I haven't approved the case yet. I'm working for the government because I want an easy job. I want to go to work at 9 and come home at 5. Okay, most people work in the government. They get easy. It's relatively easy job. They get a pension. I want to go home and lead a nice, quiet life. I'm a government worker. The last thing I want to do is screw up with Dahlia's case, and now I know that she has a lawyer and she's litigious, and I'm going to get sued a second time and third time. I'm not going to sleep at night. There's nothing worse than having a federal judge order you to do your job. Makes you look terrible. So as a matter of fact, it's the opposite if you think about it really logically. If you sue the government, they're going to make sure that they do everything 100% right.
So, Brad, is it possible that I could put this case to you?
Yes, hold on. All right, so let's go to Dave in Richmond, Virginia. Dave.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What's going on?
I have a question to ask for a friend.
Uh-huh.
Okay, he overstayed I-94 days.
Right.
The immigration officer gave him a month to stay in the U.S.
Uh-huh.
However, he overstayed. Can he go back home at any time?
He can go back home at any time. He's just never going to come back again.
Oh, he's not going to come back because the visa is void?
Yes.
Okay, so he's there working undocumented.
Right.
And his wife is a U.S. citizen. Can he apply for a TIN number?
What type of visa did he come here on?
A B1, B2.
And when you say he got an extension, what does that mean? Tell me again.
I'm not hearing you. Could you repeat?
He came for a month and you told me he got an extension, was told to go home. Tell me what happened again.
No, he didn't get an extension.
What
he
did he
got
do?
a month. The immigration officer gave him a month at the airport.
That's it?
Yeah.
How long has he been here now?
He has been here for, I think, from January.
Okay. When did he get married?
He got married, well, long before that.
Okay. And his wife's a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Okay. What he should do not next week or next month, but tomorrow, is file an adjustment application. If you come here on a visa, even if you overstayed your time and you're married to an American citizen, you can adjust your status, get your green card here, get your work permit here, get travel permission here, do everything here. The most important
and how
thing,
long will that take?
about a year or so. The most important thing is file an adjustment, because if you leave, you ain't coming back. And why would you work illegally when you can get a work permit immediately?
Well, he didn't know, I guess, because he asked me to call.
Now he knows. Hold on one second.
Okay.
Hold on. All right. I don't know why I think Dave is him. All right. Samantha in Baltimore, Maryland. Samantha.
Hi, Brad. Good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm good.
What's going on?
All right. So I have a pending adjustment of status application, and I've also did the I-360. That's the VAWA petition.
You have a pending adjustment in a VAWA case.
Yes.
Okay.
The VAWA, I got the prima facie and everything, so it's just pretty much pending.
Okay.
However, immigration approved my work permit, but they sent it to my husband's address. So I applied for a replacement, but they rejected it. And I did a fee waiver because it was their fault, because I really updated the address. I did the AR online form, but I don't know, for some reason it still went to his address.
All right.
So the rejection notice now was saying that they reject the fee waiver. Am I still okay to resend the application because I have the stamp on it saying that they received it,
Yes,
whichever date,
I would do it again. You shouldn't have to pay. You shouldn't have to pay for it if it was sent to the wrong address, especially if you did an AR-11. And if you still have a problem with it, then maybe you need to get an attorney at that point. But I would try it one more time.
With the fee, because the letter is saying that I should send some proof, but the denial state that I.
All right. So you haven't formed any sentences in the last 3 sentences. Okay. So you haven't said anything to me. Okay, I don't know what you mean by the letter says send proof, and then hold on, I don't know what the proof is.
Sorry, the denial letter that they
tell me what the denial letter says.
It said I don't meet the federal poverty line.
That has nothing to do with your work permit. You have absolutely no idea what you're doing right now, so hold on one second. Okay, so you're reading me the wrong thing. Poverty guidelines have nothing to do with whether you get your work permit or not. All right, let's go. You need help. Let's go to Eric in Joliet, Illinois. Eric.
Hi, Brian.
Eric.
I have 2 questions.
Yeah.
The first one is, I'm a U.S. citizen, and I went to the ER, and I'm planning to apply for public financial assistance. Would this affect my spouse as a conditional resident when applying for renewal and citizenship?
No, because she's already gone through the process.
Okay.
All right.
And my second question.
Yes.
Is when applying for global entry, should we put that my spouse overstayed her visa?
Yes, but now she has a green card.
Yeah.
Yes, tell the truth. If that's a question.
Okay.
I don't remember I applied for global entry. I don't remember what the form says, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, just tell the truth. It's fine. It won't affect your global entry. Won't affect your global entry. All right?
Thank you.
Okay. All right, let's go to Tanya in Chicago, Illinois. Tanya.
Hi, Brad. Good evening.
How are you?
I'm good. I have a couple questions. Yes. I just filed citizenship on the 10th of June, and I've got denied.
Why?
And I used a lawyer.
Why? Just because you use a lawyer doesn't mean you become a citizen. Lawyers lose cases too. But tell me what the problem is.
Well, I did it in 2015, and I didn't hear back, and I didn't hear nothing until I used my union lawyer at work just to find out what's going on, because I waited until 2016 to hear back from them. So I went to my lawyer for him to help me. So he pointed me not to refile. He told me to wait to hear and to go ahead and file for my husband, and I did.
What does that have to do with the denial of your citizenship, you filing for your husband? My question is, why did you get denied your citizenship?
Because the lady was saying I divorced my husband and married to my husband's brother because they actually had the same name. It's a coincidence.
Okay, so she believes that the marriage that you got into for your green card was a bogus marriage because you divorced the man and then married a second man with the same last name.
Well, it wasn't a bogus marriage.
But wouldn't this man's birth certificate show a different mother and father if they're not brothers and sisters?
Yes.
And did you show that?
Yes, sir, they are.
And did you show that?
Yes.
And they still still denied you.
Yes.
Okay,
sir.
so then I want you to watch. In about 15 minutes, we're going to be talking about what's called a de novo review with Abadir. Okay, it's going to be about 15 minutes. I want you to watch. And what that is when the government just denies your citizenship unlawfully, instead of appealing, instead of refiling again and going through this whole rigmarole, it's annoying, it's lengthy.
Yes.
What you do is you do what's called a de novo review. De novo, it means new. And you take your entire file and you submit it to a federal judge, and you say to a federal judge, I want you to look at this case brand new. The judge does not see any of the notes from immigration. The judge doesn't review the Immigration Service's decision. He or she looks at it brand new and says whether or not you're eligible to become a citizen. And so unless you married your brother's brother, or whoever it is, and this was all, and they have proof it's a bogus marriage, you're entitled to become a citizen, and you should. And I would do a de novo review.
Okay.
So hold on one second, all right?
Okay.
Hold on,
okay.
And then watch in about 15 minutes, we'll be talking about it. Let's go to Kahim in Staten Island. Kahim.
Hello, good evening.
How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you so much for you advising me to travel on my advance parole.
And everything was okay?
Hence, I see my parents.
Wonderful.
And they are very happy and they bless you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I need all the blessings, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, my question
I think if I remember, you said how long could I go, and I think I told you like 2 weeks, right? Your parents were sick. I remember your call. Yeah. Okay, so that's wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah, my question is I got married 2014. But presently, listening to your program, I've been hearing about a 90 days rule.
Right.
And I got married 2014, 40 days after I arrived on my B1, B2 visa.
Yeah. But
the question is, does the 90 days rule applicable to me even when I got married before the law?
Yes. It was always the law, by the way, this 90-day rule. They just kind of codified it in like a hard and fast rule. Now what the law says, okay, and it still says it this: if you get married between day 1 and day 30, that's a straight misrepresentation. Between day 30 and day 90, it's a presumption that you came to get married, but it's rebuttable, which means that after the officer says, "Did you come here to get married? Tell me the truth," and I want you to tell the truth. 1 second, listen.
No.
Don't say a word. I'm just telling you what the law is. I don't want you to testify on our live show. Okay? What I want you to do is understand the law. I'm not asking you to testify. You don't have to make your case here because whether I believe you or not doesn't matter. The immigration officer has to believe you, and I don't need you to tell the whole world. So just listen to what the law says. Okay? What the law says is if you came here between birth and 30 days, if you get married, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. If you get married between the day you enter and day 30, that's a straight misrepresentation. Between 30 and 90 days, it's a rebuttable presumption of a misrepresentation. And after 90 days, it's not a misrepresentation. So you're in that period between 30 and 90 days where there's a rebuttable presumption. What does a rebuttable presumption mean? It's a legal term. And what a rebuttable presumption means is this. It means we presume you lied to us. We presume when you came into the airport, you said you were visiting, you were coming to get married. Even if you didn't apply for your green card, it's a misrepresentation because you can't use a visitor's visa to come get married. It's not lawful. It's not a lawful reason to come as a visitor to go get married in America. However, there is a rebuttable presumption. So meaning, we will listen to your story and you tell us why you didn't lie at the airport. Tell us why something changed in your life. Tell us why when you came into the airport you were visiting and then 40 days later you changed your mind and decided to get married. Tell us this reason. And if we believe you, then we will say no misrepresentation. We may not believe you, though. And if we don't believe you, then we're still going to make you file a waiver. That's basically the law. It's always been the law, but now it's codified in writing.
Okay.
You got it? So you
Yes.
you fall within the rebuttable presumption, and maybe you need a consultation. So hold on. All right, let's go. Sansia is back. Sansia in Brooklyn, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good. We were listening to your personal conversation before, so I apologize. We didn't realize you were on the air, so I cut you off.
Really? Oh my God.
Yes, but don't worry, it wasn't that bad. All right.
No,
What's going on?
I have a question here.
Yes.
So I got married in 2015.
Right.
And me and my husband got separated in 2018. And we had filed for my I-751.
Right.
And I got 18-month extension. But they sent back this, they need more evidence. But we didn't have a joint account together.
But you and your husband are still married.
We are still married.
Okay,
but
so this is your
we
problem.
are separated.
Okay, this is the problem. Okay, when you are married and separated, they want evidence at the present moment that you and your spouse are living together. That's what they are going to ask for. And when you don't have that evidence, which you can't possibly have because you don't live with him right now,
I don't.
Your case is going to be denied. So when you become separated from your spouse and you have to file the I-751 or you're in the process of filing the I-751.
But we filed already.
Okay,
and they sent back for more evidence.
You know, let me finish.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, if you are separated from your spouse and you're filing an I-751 or have to file it or you're in the process of filing it, but there's at some point you live here and your spouse lives here and you're not living together, you have a problem on your I-751 if you did a joint application because the Immigration Service is going to ask for proof that you're living together at the moment when you're not. And then as soon as you say, well, I'm separated, we lived together a while back, they're going to say, BS, this is a business marriage. We asked for proof that you're living together today. So now the solution is this. You're either not living separate, you're either separated, okay, for one of three reasons. It's the only three reasons I could ever come up with why anybody would be separated from one another. Okay? One is somebody's abusing the other person and I had to get out of the house. Two is we just don't love each other anymore and we want to end our marriage. Or three, somebody has a really bad communicable disease and has to live in a bubble. Okay, those are the only three reasons why you wouldn't be living. Okay, so now you have to tell immigration which is it? Is it I'm not living with him anymore because I'm abused, and here's the proof of the abuse. I'm not living with him because we don't love each other, but we did at the time. So here's proof that we loved each other back in the day, but now we don't anymore, so I don't have anything to show you, and I started a divorce. You have to show you started a divorce. Or three, here's proof that I'm bubble boy or bubble woman. I'm living in a bubble, and I'm really sick, and nobody can come near me. Those are your three reasons why you wouldn't be living together. And hopefully it's not bubble boy.
Because I want to send in the evidence, but I don't want to lie to them that and pretend like we are living together when we are not.
So
I don't want to do it. I want to say, hey, we are not living together anymore.
And then you will be denied. But what you can do is say, hey, we're not living together anymore. Here's proof that we did live together 6 months ago, 9 months ago, 12 months ago, whatever it is. And now I started a divorce, and here's my divorce. That's what you can do. All right, so hold on. You need help. All right, let's go to James in Atlantic City. James. James.
Hello.
Hi, James.
Hi, how are you? Yeah, I have a question for my sister.
Yes.
My mom filed for her since July 2007.
James, are you calling me from a submarine?
Hello?
You calling me from a submarine? I can barely hear you.
Yeah, can you hear me right now?
Yes.
Can you hear me better?
Now much better. Okay. Start again.
Yeah, I said that I'm calling for my sister. My mom filed for her since July 27, 2007. I believe she's in category S3. She's married. But I saw like they up to September 2007, but we don't hear anything from the NVC. So does she supposed to get called by her priority date or when the petition was approved?
By her priority date. So if you haven't heard from the NVC, maybe you need a lawyer to get involved. I don't know why you haven't heard, but we can figure it out. But it's based on the priority date. So if they've passed you on the priority date, you need to get somebody involved now.
Oh, okay. So no, I mean she's gonna they're gonna mail her a letter, or
they're supposed to mail her a letter asking for who's going to represent her. Is she going to represent herself? Is she going to be represented by an attorney? She fills that out, sends it back. Then they mail her information for fee bills. She pays the fee bills, mails it back. Then affidavits of support, mail it back. Biographic DS-230, fill it out, mail it back. Police clearances and everything else that's required, and then it gets sent to the embassy. If she hasn't even started this process yet, and they've already passed her priority date, there's a problem.
Yeah, so I saw that online. They up to like September 27. Her priority date is like on July 2007.
So what do you think?
Yeah, no, I mean I think there's a problem. So that's why I'm calling to ask questions.
Okay, so and I agree with you. I concur. There is a problem. I don't know why. I can't read the minds of what's going on at the National Visa Center. I don't have that ability. I just know there's a problem. I have the ability that if you have an approval notice and we know that it was sent to the National Visa Center, I have the ability to take that case.
So,
1 second.
Yeah, we have that.
Okay. I have the ability to take that case and put it back on the right track. But if you're asking me why it's happening, I don't have the slightest idea why it's happening. All I can tell you is if I get involved, I can get it back on the right track.
Oh, okay.
So hold on.
All right. So,
but yes, it's
okay,
a problem. But yes, it's a problem. Hold on. Okay. He doesn't care if I can get it back on the right track. He wants to know why. Why is this happening?
Oh, okay.
Why?
Okay.
There's a lot of things I don't know the answers to.
Right.
Okay. I don't know the answer to why the sky is blue.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
That's a thing.
Okay. I don't understand how this camera, I look in this camera and I show up on somebody's phone. For a million years.
Right.
You could explain to me how my face ends up on somebody's phone. I don't get it.
Okay.
Right.
I don't understand how that happens.
Right.
But I'm here. I'm there.
It's happening.
It's happening.
Whether or not you get it.
I don't understand how it happens.
It's going down.
It's going down and I'm on your phone.
Right.
Okay, so there's some things I just don't know the answers to. Another thing I don't know the answer to.
Yeah.
Why is James's sister's case, why hasn't he heard from the National Visa Center? I don't know.
But what, Brad?
I don't know. But I do know it's a problem.
Yes.
Right.
And we can fix it.
And
Yes.
that's what you do know.
I do know that.
And I think that's great information. To
Correct.
know.
I was going to say, I feel like that's most of the
he needed to know why.
Yeah, you know.
Why?
Come in for a consultation.
Right.
And
Even the magic 8-ball wouldn't be able to tell you why.
Right. One thing before we do go.
Yes.
So we are pretty close on YouTube. I just need you guys to do at least 40 more thumbs up. So get anybody that's next to you, even if it's your child's phone, log
Your
on
children have phones.
and get.
Yes, they do.
Look, they do. Kindergartners have phones.
They do.
Everybody's got
Get
a phone.
on the show right now and press a thumbs up.
Yep.
You guys are at 112 now. You have to get to 150. Facebook has already made their 250 shares and surpassed it. So make sure you guys do this.
By the way, Wet Sugar Donna never shows up anymore except when she has an immigration question.
I know.
Don't tell me I don't see you.
I was just about to say that,
All
asking at 7:07, thinking you guys would get your question
Let's go to
in.
Shanique in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Shanique. Where's Shanique? Let's go to Shanique.
You hearing me?
Now I hear
Hello?
you. Shanique.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good. What's going on?
Nothing much. Happy birthday tomorrow.
Thank you very
Hope you
much.
turn up.
I
drink one for me.
I will drink one for everybody. How's that?
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you. Well, what I wanted to know is, the last time we had a conversation about the vault,
Mm-hmm.
the I-360, you said there's a 5-week deadline on it, right? You said the 30th.
Mm-hmm.
All right. A friend of mine planned to file hers by tomorrow, the Friday.
Right.
So I think the lawyer she has going to put overnight it for Monday, the 30th. You're going to be on their desk. right?
Mm-hmm.
That will be good.
Better than not doing it. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's better than doing nothing.
Exactly.
Right.
So, question: do they get or via victims? Do they get a interview, or they don't?
Yes, they do get an interview.
Okay. What was the other question? I saw you had an update on the VAWA an hour or so ago, but I haven't seen it. I have to go and watch it. I haven't.
Yeah, I don't have I don't have an update on what's going on right now. I think Congress is embroiled in trying to impeach Donald Trump. I have not read or heard anything that VAWA is getting extended at the moment. So I don't know what's going to happen come October 1st. I really don't. We'll have to see what happens.
Okay.
All right.
Another thing, sir. It's a tricky question.
Mm-hmm.
If my friend has a husband that didn't, well, depends on the death that they had, like an accidental death, does it hinder her or from getting her stuff through immigration?
If she was charged with a crime for the accidental death of her husband, yes. If she was not charged with a crime, no.
No. I'm sorry. It's not. No. I'm sorry. It came off the wrong way.
No.
In another country, her husband died accidentally.
Yes.
But he was never registered in the system saying that he's actually dead because of how he died accidentally. Now, if
is there a death certificate? There has to be a death certificate.
Never had one, just a burial order.
Well, then you need to get something from the cemetery, something somewhere, to show the man is dead. Because if you can't show the man is dead, then she's a bigamist.
Okay, I understand. So
and I don't know what country this is in. But whatever country.
In Jamaica.
Okay, because Jamaica generally has records of deaths.
Yeah, not.
All right.
Well, as I heard, is not that one. But another thing, whenever they how long do they put your stuff on hold for whenever they send out the request for evidence?
What do you mean? How long do they put this stuff on hold?
When, like, if you're sending your paperwork, how long do they put it on hold for requesting of evidence? Do they stop working on it?
They stop working on it, absolutely.
And then whenever they get the evidence,
that's when they start working on it.
They pick it back?
Correct.
Okay. They don't have like a time period, like 30 days.
They give you a time period to respond to further evidence, and if you don't, they deny you.
Okay.
Sometimes
so a burial
30,
order
sometimes
could help, right?
I think so, but I would have to. I believe that there's a record of every death in Jamaica. I would find it hard to believe there's not. But we check what's called the Foreign Affairs Manual, and in the Foreign Affairs Manual it says what's available and what's not, and that's how immigration goes by.
Okay.
All right, so we'll check out what the Foreign Affairs Manual says on it.
All right, darling.
All right.
Thank you very
You're
much.
very welcome. All right. Let's go to Alicia. Alicia in Brooklyn. Alicia.
Hi, good afternoon.
How are you?
Fine. I'm calling to find out something from my friend. She went to the Caribbean.
Right.
And she's a green card holder, though, but she went to the Caribbean and she made her baby before time.
Wait, your friend is from where?
From here,
From
the
America.
U.S., but she's a green card holder.
And she made the baby or gave birth? Those are two different things.
She gave birth in
she gave birth
in Trinidad.
In Trinidad.
Yeah. The baby
as a green card holder.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what?
No, so she want to find out how we should go about for the baby to come up with her.
When was the baby born?
Yesterday.
Oh, congratulations. You're allowed to bring a newborn baby as a permanent resident if you're bringing the baby back on your first trip and you're bringing the baby back within 6 months. And she would have to go to the U.S. Embassy. She would have to go to the U.S. Embassy and get a visa for the baby, file an I-130 for the baby, and the baby would be paroled in to be with her.
All right,
But it has to be on her first trip back to America.
Okay, then.
All right?
Okay, thanks.
Bye-bye. That's odd. Usually it's give birth in America.
Right.
Let's go to Victor in San Pedro, Honduras. Victor.
How you doing, Brad?
How are you? What's going on in San Pedro, Honduras?
Oh, bro, listen, I'm having some serious issues right now, some serious problems.
What?
All right, listen, on June 3rd, we retained you guys at the office. You assigned Mr. Alex Mercado to my case, which was a citizenship case.
Wait.
Right?
You're talking too fast. Start again. I didn't hear a word you said.
On June 3rd, I said we retained you guys at your office.
Uh-huh.
You assigned Mr. Mercado to my case, which was a citizenship case.
Okay.
I tried to call Mr. Mercado.
All right, so you're calling that you can't get through to your attorney. Hold on one second. All right, somebody put him through to the attorney. Okay, we don't need... Okay. Samia in Chicago, Illinois.
Yes.
How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I'm... Yeah. Is my mom, she has a green card and she sponsored my brother who was under 21 in 2016. His case is got approved this month. So my question is, now he is over 21, but when my mom put petition for him, he was under 21. So will his category will change from 2A to 2B, or his
F2B.
visa is...
No, he's going to be F2B.
It has to be 2B?
Yes.
But why?
Why? Because that's the law. What the law says is that if you, as a permanent resident, if you file for a child and the child turns 21, they're in the F2B category. There is something called the Child Status Protection Act that you can elect to get back into the F2A category, but it's generally not available. I mean, you could add the time that it took the I-130 to get approved to his 21st birthday, but it never works out those F2Bs back to F2As. I'm just being frank with you.
Oh, but when we applied for him in 2016, he was under 21 at that time.
I understand that, but it's a little too late now because the F2A category has been current for over a year and a half or 2 years. So I don't know why you're calling me from a 2016 case. It should have been on it in 2016 to get this thing done.
But they took almost 3 years to get approved for him.
And again, you should have been on it in 2016. You sat on your hands for 3 years waiting for it to get approved, and he turned 21. And now you're calling me and telling me, why can't he be under 21? Because you sat on your hands and did nothing. A visa delayed is a visa denied. They denied your brother and made him wait 7 more years because they delayed him on purpose.
Yeah, but the thing is, they said that our processing time, I keep calling them, they said that the processing time is the 24 months you have to wait for that. So
okay, and you know who you're calling when you speak to somebody in immigration? Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody. He's in the F2B now. There's not a lot you can do at this point. I'm just frustrated that you're telling me I call them, I do this. Why don't you call a lawyer? Do something. I don't know, but at this point, there's not a lot I can do.
Okay, so if he's after 2 years when he was not under 21, so what we can do, because the I-30 was not approved at that time. That was still in pending status.
So now he has a 2016 priority date. They're up to 2013. Stay unmarried, and in 3 years he'll be here.
So how long he has to wait now?
3 more years. 3 more years.
3 more years?
Yes.
Because 3 years is already gone for him, so he has to wait 3 more years?
Correct.
Okay, but I keep calling to USCIS. They said that you have to wait 24 months. So in last year
You know what you're doing? You're just talking in a big freaking circle.
Yeah.
Just stop talking in circles.
Even at to a lawyer, they said that once your IP is not approved, we can't do anything. We can't do
circle talker. Hold on. I can't handle it anymore.
Circle
talker. She's circle talker. Circle talker.
That's amazing.
132 thumbs up on YouTube. You guys need to hit it.
Samia needs a consultation.
Yes.
And then she can talk to me in circles all she wants. But at least she's paying for me to listen to her talk in circles.
Right.
Okay, but I can't do it for free on air.
Right.
Listen to her talk in circles.
Right.
All right, so if you want Samia to have a consultation with me. All right. Yesterday, I discussed de novo reviews with Spar and Bernstein's immigration attorney, Abdi Abare. De novo means a new trial. They are particularly helpful if you have not gotten a decision from USCIS 120 days after your interview or if naturalization application has been denied. Here's a clip from my conversation with Abadir, and Abadir sues the government. Once you have your N-400 application interview for naturalization, immigration has 120 days to make a decision. Anyone who hasn't received a decision 120 days after their N-400 interview has recourse to sue the federal government. It's called a de novo review. Here to discuss is Spar and Bernstein immigration attorney Abadir Barre in another edition of Abadir Sues the Government. Welcome, Abadir. How you doing?
I'm doing great. It's good to be back.
All right. So let me ask you a question. Who is entitled to become a naturalized United States citizen?
You're entitled to apply for naturalization if you're a green card holder and been in the military for more than 1 year, if you've been in a bona fide marriage and have a green card for 3 years or more, or if you have a green card in any other way for 5 years or more.
So now you become eligible to file for your naturalization. The process is you file your N-400 application, you pay a filing fee of $725, and you take your fingerprint, and your fingerprint's clear, and then several months later you go on your interview, and they say, okay, you'll hear from us. And now, Abadir, 120 days goes by, and it's typical, nobody has heard from immigration.
Right.
What do? Choice number one, do nothing and wait. Choice number two is you write a letter or your congressman writes a letter. Mm-hmm. Or choice number three, you sue the government.
Right.
Waiting and writing letters, immigration will eventually get to you when they get to you.
Right.
Suing the government. People get very scared suing the government, Abadir. They say, I don't want to sue. Mm-hmm. They'll put me in deportation.
Right.
I'll be living in another country. I'll wait. Mm-hmm. What do you say about that?
Federal courts have original jurisdiction over N-400 applications, so they're different than other immigration petitions. And actually, even in the civil cover sheet, they'll say like other immigration matters and then citizenship and naturalization. So it is put in a separate category, and there's a separate statute that Congress has written into it. It's called 8 U.S.C. Section 1447 that allows you to sue USCIS if they don't adjudicate your application within 120 days.
And that is called a de novo review.
Right.
And a federal judge, when he does a de novo review, whatever immigration thinks about your case doesn't matter. De novo means new.
Right.
He's going to look at this with brand new, fresh eyes.
Right.
Take me through the process of how is a judge looking at this through brand new, fresh eyes?
The application comes back to the federal judge. Once they get the lawsuit, the Department of Justice looks at it and gives them an opportunity. Remand it, send it back down to USCIS to make an immediate decision on the application. If not, then he will go through the application. It's almost an embarrassment to them to have the application pending that long and have a federal judge go through something that should be what the agency is doing.
It's like the quintessential, I'm going to light a fire under your ass.
Absolutely.
What is the typical turnaround time?
Typically, it is adjudicated within 60 days or less.
Because I know people who have been waiting on their naturalizations for 2 years.
Yes, right.
And you're telling me that 2 years ago they could have filed a de novo review and they'd be a citizen already for the last year and a half?
Absolutely, yes.
As long as assuming they qualify.
Assuming they qualify, yes.
And you can do a de novo review at any time. It's 120 days after you have an interview and there's no decision, all the way up to the time when they make a decision, and if they make a decision against the weight of the evidence and you are otherwise eligible for citizenship, you can still do a de novo review.
Correct.
Even if you didn't appeal it.
Right, correct.
You actually have 6 years from the time of the denial of your naturalization.
Correct, yes. And this is happening a lot with people. The most couple of recent cases, I've had one person who's 2 years and 9 months since the interview, no decision. They've sent repeated letters to USCIS. Their lawyers sent letters. From lawsuit to him taking an oath was like 7 weeks, I think.
So a lot of times de novo reviews are very helpful to a lot of people, and I think we've learned a lot here.
Right.
And I think what's most important is that you have to take the bull by the horns. So if you have a pending naturalization or your naturalization was denied in the last 6 years and you think you otherwise were eligible for citizenship, you should give Abadir a call.
And I want to add that this is happening more now in this administration than in previous administrations. When you send a letter or request a congressman to follow up on your application, USCIS would move on it. But now, even your run-of-the-mill applications where somebody has held one job, resided in the same residence for the past 5 years, and their application is pretty straightforward, they're taking 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, which is not right. So, and I'm telling you, there's legal recourse. You can stand up for your rights, get your application approved, and move on with your life.
Well, thank you very much, Abadir. For all those who need Abadir's services, he's right here at Spar and Bernstein, 1-800-529-5465, and he'll be happy to speak with you. Thanks, Abadir.
Thank you,
Great
man.
job. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. All right, and by the way, we are 10 thumbs up short of 2 free consultations.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
We're more excited for you guys.
Then you guys seem to be excited, and we're not even eligible for a free consultation.
We're not, unless you are going to marry a foreigner.
Wait, you would give me a free consultation, Brad?
Yes. I think you've gotten a free consultation every day for the last 2 years.
You're not wrong. Actually, I have gotten a free consultation out of you for my mother.
That is true.
I have actually already done that.
Lois Moore, I spoke to her. You're right.
100%.
That's right.
Benefits of working for
my mama from Netherlands.
That's
from Belgium,
right. That's right.
Oh, you guys are almost there.
All right, so I got to remind everybody I do have an Instagram account. You can follow me at Real Brad Bernstein if I know who you are and you want to drop me a DM. I'm happy to help you. That's where you can also send me a DM to complain to me about everything in the world you want to complain to me about. I'll be happy to resolve it. Can't resolve it on the show.
Right.
So how would I help a guy from Honduras and resolve his problem?
You would not
but he
be
can
able
drop
to
me a
do
DM
so.
if he chooses. He can also follow at Brad Show Live and drop Little Caesar a DM. And watch all of the best of our show as well. And Belgium Kim and Yonathan Elias.
You can follow me at Travel Queen Kim, where I am doing such a better job at keeping that bad boy updated. There's been stories and posts. My God. Travel Queen Kim, y'all.
And Jessica Leamy, she doesn't need a free consultation from me. She wants a free consultation from Yo-Yo in apartment 9J.
Well, follow me at TV, and then we'll talk about it.
All right, social media check-in. Let's see what we got today.
All right, our first question comes from Fatih saying, with the political climate in Venezuela.
Stop it. We already got to 151 now.
Whoa.
So on Tuesday, you got to watch the show on Tuesday. And we will be
Congrats.
And anybody who you got to make a comment on Facebook or YouTube.
Right.
You got to make a comment on Facebook or
else I
YouTube
won't
to be
know.
included. Or the net, you're not included.
Yep.
You can't just be watching. You got to comment.
That's
Say anything.
exciting. Happy birthday
And
to
we're
Brad.
gonna pull 2 out of the drum. I haven't done it in a while.
I like it.
I
I
gotta
like
find
it.
my circus hat again. Where's that hat?
It's
right
right
there.
here. Yeah, I was gonna say it's never far.
Somewhere down
There's a lot
there.
of stuff in it, though.
Yeah,
There's so much
somebody's
stuff.
gotta clean it out.
It's now the pen and battery receptacle.
Yes,
Isn't it also like the used tissue paper?
Yes.
It was Brad's sick.
When I was sick, I was throwing my used tissue paper in there.
That's true.
When nobody knew I was blowing my nose on a live show.
Right, that is accurate.
Right.
That is
people thought, like when the bomb was exploding and it was like 15 seconds to go,
Right.
that I was just, a baby and was getting under the table. I was just going to blow my nose.
Right.
You couldn't handle it anymore.
All right, social media check-in.
All right, our first question comes from Fatih asking, with the political climate in Venezuela, can Venezuelans come to the States for asylum? And if so, how do they go about doing it?
Venezuela's not on the list, right? I don't believe so. Is it of people of undesirables by Trump? I don't remember the list now because we haven't talked about it.
No, I don't believe the travel ban.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
We're gonna find out.
Because it was a thought that they were going to be on it for a little bit.
It is not.
Okay, so you have to make it to America with a visa, make it to an airport, not at the border. Make it to an airport. I believe it's on the travel ban though. Belgium.
Yeah, there is an advisory. There's a travel advisory that says do not travel.
No, I think it's on the travel ban of people you can't get visas. But we got to double check. I don't remember off the top of my head. I haven't done the travel ban in a while.
Yeah.
We don't have Venezuelans as clients, so. But definitely give us a call separately, and I'll be happy to help you.
Yes, Venezuela is. It is
It's on
newly
the travel
added.
ban. That's
You're
what I
absolutely
thought.
right.
So if it's newly added,
they're not allowed to get a visa to come.
It was
here.
on the expanded.
So right. So basically, you're SOL because you can't make it to America to apply for asylum unless you make it to the border. But now, if you travel through a third country, you have to apply for asylum in that third country first. So you can't even drive from Venezuela to the border, and you can't get on a plane to get here because there are no planes and there are no visas. So unfortunately for Venezuelans, for asylum, you can't. You can apply for refugee, but where? They're not even taking refugees in the United States right now.
Okay, so I just did a super quick Google. Apparently, it's certain government officials from Venezuela are suspended.
We'll double check. I don't remember who.
Yeah, so it's
I
like
vaguely
on
remember
it,
that
but kind of.
Venezuela's on the list, though. But we'll double check. That person should have a consultation. We'll figure it out.
There you go. Have a consultation.
Yeah.
There you go. Our next question comes from Max Santos, who said, I live in Florida. Could my friend who lives in Boston and has a 2-year green card file an affidavit of support for me?
Yes.
All right, our next one comes from Pooh Bear on Instagram saying, I'm trying to apply for citizenship. I have a misdemeanor which was disposed. Should I still list it on my application and how?
What do you mean it was disposed?
A misdemeanor that was
disposed.
disposed.
If you have an arrest, you have to list it. And then you have to list the result of it. The result is not disposed. If we were found not guilty, you were found guilty. Or you were found guilty and it was vacated or expunged, but it's still guilty unless it's vacated. So whatever it is, you got to list it.
Aisha said, I've got a question regarding current changes to the public charge rule. Is this change permanent? And are there any chances for its reversal? And is someone going to challenge it in federal court?
Which rule?
Public charge.
Yeah, it's being challenged right now. We haven't had any decision from a judge yet, but there's been multiple lawsuits.
And any chances on its reversal?
Yes, I'm hoping that before October 15th, the judge is going to put a preliminary injunction on it.
All right, Jihan is from Pakistan. The father is a U.S. citizen. He had applied a petition I-130 for him in May 2019. Says, I'm married, daughter of him, and my age is 33, and I have 3 children. Can you tell me how much time it will take to approve my case?
Who's filed for who?
The father, who's a U.S. citizen, applied for an I-130 back in May 2019.
It's going to take several years before you get an approval, and it's going to be about 7 or 8 years before they get here.
Glamma would like to know, does one have to get an approval letter even though one has a work permit and a travel document?
Approval letter for what? Glamma. Of anybody in the world.
You know better.
You know better than to ask vague questions.
An adjustment.
Wow, how the hell?
How do you know that? You're guessing?
No, but I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I'm not going to, no. Okay, no. Does someone have to get do they have to get an approval letter for an adjustment? Let's say it's an adjustment?
Yes. You'll get an approval. What do you mean you have to? You either get an approval letter or you get a denial.
Right.
That's the question.
So I feel like that's the question is, if you get a work permit and a travel document, is it safe to automatically assume?
No, it's not safe at all.
That you are approved?
No. You're approved for a travel document and a work permit, but there's plenty of people who get a travel document and a work permit who get denied. Let's continue.
Give us more.
All right.
I want more.
Alok Investments Inc. on Instagram says, first, I want to say I enjoy your show and I personally think that it's educated for many. So that's a compliment.
Thank you.
Now, the question is, can you tell me what's the requirements for an L visa? I have some family members in Guyana. All are business owners and would like to come here to invest in the U.S.
So what do they want to do?
They want to get an L visa. What are the requirements for an L visa?
L visa is an intra-company transferee visa. So you have to have a business in Guyana. And then you have to open up a business in America. And the business has to be 50% owned by the same group of people. So 50% of the owners in Guyana have to own at least 50% of the business in America. And then you have to show a business plan. What is this business going to do? You have to put the wheels in motion of opening up this business. And then you are going to transfer employees. Employees have to have had worked in the business in Guyana for one of the last 3 years. The employees could be an employee. They can be yourself or your family member, as long as they worked in that business in Guyana for one of the last 3 years. And you transfer them either because they have specialized knowledge that there's nobody else in America who knows how to do this particular job because it's so specialized to your business, or you transfer as a executive or manager, somebody who's going to manage the operations. If you're going to be an executive or manager, you actually have to manage a human being. That means you have to have at least one employee. And then when you transfer yourself here, or you transfer an employee here, you can't close down the business in Guyana, because then there's no more intra-company transferee. You have to keep the business in Guyana going and the business in America going. After you're here for some period of time, could be 6 months, could be a year, you can turn around and self-petition yourself as an executive or manager for your green card. Once you have your green card, then you can do whatever you want.
And our last question of this round comes from Missy Jam, who said, I filed my I-130 and did my biometric. When should I go ahead and do my medical? Should I wait for USCIS to inform me?
Yes, or bring it to the interview, one or the other.
Fantastic.
So meanwhile, Ecuadorians are the 9th largest population of Hispanic origin living in the United States. According to the Census Bureau's American Community Survey, an estimated 665,000 Hispanics of Ecuadorian origin reside in the United States in 2010. 2/3 of Ecuadorians live in the Northeast and 4 in 10 live in New York. Our correspondent, Vanessa Contreras, went to the Ecuadorian Artists Festival in Queens, New York this summer to celebrate Ecuador's August 10th Independence Day and just overall enjoy the culture and festivities. Let's check it out.
Hey Brad Squad, I'm Vanessa Contreras, and today I'm taking you inside the Ecuadorian Arts Festival in Queens, New York. We're here in Flushing Meadows Corona Park, where we're going to be enjoying the amazing Ecuadorian entertainment, enjoying some delicious Ecuadorian food, and taking a look at some of the artisanal items on display. This festival is keeping the party going from Ecuador's Independence Day, which was August 10th. Of course, we're going to give you VIP access, talking to partygoers and vendors, so let's go. Vendors and partygoers. All right, Brad Squad, I'm just gonna take advantage that I have Byron for just a second. He's been on the move today making these ices. Byron, can you tell me a little bit about your family business?
My mom started when I was a little kid, probably when I was 10 years old. She started with one car, that one right there. So far we have 5. And we have our juice stand right there.
Okay.
And we actually go to every street fair. We have been attending to Manhattan, Connecticut, White Plains, Westchester. We go all those places with our traditional drinks, and we also make traditional Ecuadorian food.
And how many different flavors do you have when it comes to ices?
In total, I would say we have around 12 to 14 flavors.
And then you're topping it, you have a special topping.
This is a special sweet milk. 4-8-12. Yeah, so we have our juice stands, juices, we have also ice creams. We try to do a little bit of everything. But my major goal is to become a chef.
Byron's already getting ahead of me. I kind of wanted to ask you, what's your American dream?
My American dream, I would say, live with my entire family and grow with a small business as a family as well.
You guys are doing that. Can you tell me a little bit about your immigration story? You guys coming from Ecuador.
Yeah, well, so I came here, yes, when I was 10 years old. We started all the way from the bottom, like I would say collecting bottles from the garbage. That's how we started.
Oh, and wow.
I'm a DACA student. I got the visa when I was in school, and I still got that, thanks God. And like my major thing is just to put a business, open my own business. That's, I think, what everybody's looking forward.
Byron, I'm not going to take up any more of your time. Thank you so much for sharing with me. And I might have to try one of these ices.
Sure.
Pues deja probarlo. Déjamelo un chin chin nada más. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Byron. I get it. This is where it's at. Ecuadorian ices. Okay, Brad Squad, so I have bumped into some gentlemen here that are having an awesome time. This is Adrian and his son Rico. Adrian, you're telling me that you guys came all the way from Washington, D.C. for this.
Yeah, we came all the way from D.C., Silver Spring, Maryland, just to come and enjoy the festival. I bring my kids. They never been to an event like this, man, so I wanted them to, see the roots, the people.
So you guys have been enjoying your day so far. Have you tried some of the food?
That's next. We're about to hit that hornadito, man, the Ecuadorian food. Yeah, we haven't had it yet, but we're about to.
And what has been your favorite part of the festival so far, Adrian?
The environment, the people, the love, man, the music. You don't hear this type of music every day, not in D.C. In D.C., there's not a lot of Ecuadorians. My kids never had the pleasure of going to Ecuador, so by being here, feel the music, the people, man, la sangre de ellos, man. This is their bloodline. That's what I told them, man. You here with your people, man. Basically, we can't make it to Ecuador. We're gonna make it to Queens, man. Flushing para el evento, man. You know what I mean?
Perfect. And Adrian, can you share with me a little bit of your family's immigration story?
My mother and father, they migrated from Ecuador back in the early 70s, and then they had the pleasure of having me here, man. So You know, then I have my kids here. This is the country of the opportunities, man. You know what I mean? Everybody works hard in any country. But over here, you have that opportunity to make things happen.
And I have one last question for you. What do you consider to be your American dream?
The American dream for me is, having freedom. My son is in the Coast Guard. He fights for all of our freedoms, man. You know, you come here, you work, you gotta learn the language, man. You know, that's what I tell everybody, man. I don't care where you come from. Learn the language at least, man, and, you know, follow your dreams and you can make it happen, you know.
Adrian, thank you so much for sharing with us. We'll see you in a bit, Brad Squad. Hey Brad Squad, I am here with Maria Shakira, who is one of the performers today, and she will be performing some traditional indigenous Ecuadorian music.
Kampunyan manya puhusan, yamay kabisha nam viaje, yaha nunga nam buiteta, nunga sururi kuinyawe.
So she just gave us a little behind the scenes of one of the songs that she will be performing today.
Bueno, yo creo que somos muy pocos conocidos, por eso vengo también a promocionar. Me gustaría que la gente que nos conozcan, que nos respeten y que nos ayude a proteger lo que es la naturaleza, la selva.
So Maria shares with us that one thing she would like for everyone in the community to know, and reason why she's come to represent her Amazonian tribe, is because they aren't very well known, and she's here to share their culture. She would want people to know to help her keep the Amazon alive, and that it's part of such an important part of what Ecuador truly means. Gracias, Maria. Okay, teams, this is Angie, who is Ecuadorian, and she's here with her squad having a great time. So, Angie, how are you enjoying the festival so far?
So far, it's been a really great experience. This is actually my first time here with my family. They're actually of Ecuadorian descent. I'm the first member of my family to be born here in America. It's just really great.
Have you tried any of the food?
I haven't tried any of the food yet because I just got here, but I'm really excited to try the corn on the cob. There's like a huge line to go get it. I just want to go get that.
Okay, so we're going to have to get on the corn on the cob line after this.
Yeah.
Angie, can you just tell me a little bit about your family's immigration story to the U.S.?
Well, basically it all starts with my grandpa. He was the one who initiated the start to move to the United States. Him and my grandmother had 12 kids. They brought them here to the States. The economic standpoint at that time wasn't a good one. They struggled to get to where they are today, but thanks to God and everything, like everything went well, and I was able to be born here along with my other cousin who was also born in America. So it's honestly been a great journey, thanks to him, to my grandpa.
Excellent. So you owe it to your ancestry for who you are today and having the opportunities to have today. That's a great story, and that's what we're all about here on The Brad Show. With that being said, could you just share with me what's your American dream?
My American dream, honestly, is for everybody to come together as a family, because we're all human beings. We're all the same race, no matter where you come from. We're all human beings at the end of the day, trying to provide better for ourselves and our family. And I honestly think that's what the American dream is, being together and as a community and loving each other, because I feel like there's like so much division in this country and it's so much hatred when it's not supposed to be like that. Like we're all here for the same thing. We want our families to prosper, and I feel like we could do that together.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that, Angie. So after that, let's get in line for the corn on the cob and enjoy the rest of the festival. Okay, Brad Squad, so that's a wrap for today at the Ecuadorian Arts Festival. We got to experience some great Ecuadorian food. I got to meet some great new friends. The music is still going in the back, which we will be enjoying for the rest of today, and I hope you guys had a great time today. We'll see you next time, Brad Squad.
All right, I'm told we got 20 questions in 3 minutes. Let's do it. You can do it! You can do it, Belgium, Yonathan, Yo-Yo, Elias.
I agree.
Whether I can do it or not is a whole other...
That's not our problem, Brad.
Yes.
That's not our problem.
Right. Your problem is just, I just read.
We just read it. Right. We read it, that's it. All right.
All right, you ready?
DZ said, how long on parole to return to the U.S. from the day that you submitted until the time that they make a decision?
Parole to return to the United States?
Mm-hmm.
I guess advanced parole is about 6 months.
Quinta says my brother's wife, who is a green card holder, filed for him. It's been more than 1 year. She has not received any response.
You should do a mandamus.
Abaj said, when can I divorce after I got my 10-year green card? Do I need to wait 6 months? Less or more?
You wait anytime you want, but you can get divorced whatever you want. After you got your 10-year green card.
Sam says, where do you file an AOS in Massachusetts?
Where do you file it? At the lockbox on the form.
Baliabe said, can you help me about why NBC doesn't show the I-131 on the processing time on USCIS, and why does it show things? Why does it show for it like the I-485, I-131?
I don't work for the government. I don't know why they make their website the way they do.
John says, can work permit holders join the Army if they're willing to fight for this country?
Green card holder cannot join the Army. You have to be a citizen.
Sabrina said, will my foreign spouse in Jamaica be required to meet the 125% public charge when we reach NBC? And if so, what happens if he doesn't?
You need a second affidavit of support.
Melissa says, after filing the I-130, how long does it take to get your work permit?
You never get a work permit from an I-130, just an adjustment.
Derek said, on the green card and naturalization form, when asked if I've ever been convicted of a crime, what should I put?
If you were convicted, yes. If you weren't, no. I mean, tell the truth.
Nathan says, do I have to show family ties to me and my spouse or only myself for hardship waiver?
It's hardship to your U.S. citizen. It's hardship to the U.S. citizen, petitioner, and permanent resident family that you have. It has nothing to do with you.
Kiana says that my status has said it's in testing and reviewing since September 11th. How much longer is it going to take for me to actually get a letter with an interview date?
I don't have the slightest idea.
Fatuma says, I have an immigration court, so can I travel out of the country? I am in removal.
No, you would self-deport.
Island Girl said, if someone came on a newly issued B1, B2 and overstayed and later got married and filed an adjustment, is that grounds for misrepresentation?
No.
Wet Sugar asking for a cousin. She overstayed her visa, so can she travel to another state with her passport?
Yes. I mean, you're always taking a risk whenever you leave your home, but do what you need to do to live.
Alex said, I filed in May and I haven't received my work permit yet. I filed the adjustment, the I-45 and the I-765 based on marriage.
Takes about 6 months, so count 6 months from May.
Jackie says, I did a VAWA. They asked for more evidence, like FBI clearance for places I've lived. How can I do that?
You go to contact the county office wherever you are and get police clearances from all of those counties.
Bab's wife says, does the visa officer at the U.S. Embassy have a time frame to give you a decision on a requested joint?
It's 120 days.
Andrea says, I'm a U.S. citizen. I did one I-130 abroad for my minor son. When do I have to give the affidavit of support?
When it reaches the National Visa Center.
Barry Boo said, I've been called for an I-485 appointment, but my I-360 hasn't been approved. Is that possible?
Yeah, yes.
Can current income be used to show support?
Yes.
Woo!
No, the answer, your current income used to show support? Whose current income?
Can your current income
I don't
be used
even know.
to show
If you're the petitioner, yes. If you're the beneficiary, your income cannot.
For a on a requested joint affidavit of support was the previous question.
So in other words, let me just make it. The answer is, if you are, I was correct. If
Right.
this is the petitioner uses his income to support.
Right.
If you are the person getting the green card, unless you are legally living in the United States for 10 years and earn that income for 10 years, the answer is you cannot use your income. I answered it as if it was coming from the petitioner. So
Right.
I did answer 20 questions properly. It was a vague question.
That's it.
Woo!
All right.
I smelled like fire.
It was
I
like
did
1
too.
second to go.
I
calm
saw
this time.
smoke out in that corner. I was starting to really freak out.
I think we should have a smoke machine
That'd
down
be
there.
That'd be hilarious.
That actually was scary.
That'd be hilarious.
This
All of a
speed
sudden,
round
all
is
of a
starting to
sudden-
get so
all of a sudden the
elaborate.
smoke. Well, you know what? You're gonna have like the Grim Reaper behind us, like with the
Right.
machete.
We're all reading about like.
Like right at the 45-second mark when it starts to go down.
I think for the Halloween special, we'll have the Grim Reaper with the machete.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah.
All
That's
right.
death.
All right. Comments of the day.
All right, our very first comment of the day comes from the wonderful Lady Gaza TK, who said, "Happy birthday, Brad Bernstein. We love you to the moon and back."
Thank you very much.
All right, our second comment of the day comes from Cindy Albert saying, "Happy birthday to you, Brad, the immigration emperor. May God grant you more strength to help the community."
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Nice. Emperor Brad.
Emperor Brad, that's right. We've got our next one coming from Linda Shaw, who said, "I've got a house full of people now watching. The smartest lawyer, Antigua, is in the house."
House full of people.
Woo.
So I think we're having viewing parties now, you know, so even though it says only one person watching, it's maybe 10, 20 people.
Right, 100%.
Yes.
So
100%.
We've heard that from we've heard that from a lot of people.
But if that's the case, everybody should have their phone out and at least log on.
Correct.
Right?
Right.
All y'all in that house should be liking
That's
and sharing.
right.
Yes. All right, we have one from 29 Super C. Wow, has written his whole mandamus song. So y'all know I don't sing, so I'm gonna just give y'all a sneak peek of the new lyrics.
Is there music that goes with it?
Yes,
I'm just kidding.
sure.
I don't know.
That'd be funny if he did it to the Brad Show live.
Really funny.
So we have one. So it's United States of America is a great country to immigrate, a country of many races and full of grace. If you want to immigrate to the United States of America, Spar and Bernstein will guarantee.
Woot woot!
Wow.
I like that. I like that.
I like that.
I like that.
I even like it more that somebody actually sat down to actually write these lyrics.
Yes.
They're good lyrics, but you took the time to do it.
I like
It's amazing.
Listen,
Thank you.
29 Super C.
Very nice.
It's a legit thing, and
it's a legit song.
It's a legit song.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
We've got one from P-San Asanobi who said, "Happy birthday, Brad! It's already the 27th in Nigeria, and wishing you God's blessings."
Thank you.
Brad, I don't know if you know this today.
Yeah.
But we're actually on Nigeria time here at Brad Show Live today.
How?
Well, because I think it's already the 27th in this bad boy.
It is.
Happy birthday,
Thank you very much. I will make a wish. I will make a wish. Oh, you got birthday? And I have a wish.
Wait.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry.
And we have.
Woo, woo.
And we have a card for you.
Wait, I want to make a wish.
Make a wish.
Thank you.
Come on.
You got this?
Come on,
You got
Brad.
this, baby.
You could do it. Come on, Brad.
It's going to come back on now?
Is it? It looks dead. It looks dead. He literally put water on it, y'all.
I got a card.
You got a card from the whole team. That is from the
That's very
crew.
nice. You want me to read it quickly?
Yeah, if you want to. I don't know if
yes.
you want to read the whole, all the
Let's see.
messages, but yeah.
Right.
Dear Brad.
Yeah.
This is from Yo-Yo. Can I read you?
Oh, man, you're reading these.
You're reading
okay, that's a thing.
Sure. I don't know. Is it anything?
Man.
Dear Brad, I just want you to know how much I thank you for all the amazing opportunities you've given me. You are a light beam. We look forward to seeing you every day. Enjoy this amazing day. From your brother from another mother, Yonathan, Dr. Yo-Yo Elias. Thank you very much.
That's adorable.
And, Brad.
Yeah.
What a ride these past few years have been. Happy birthday from your favorite woman from Belgium, known as Kim.
You already know.
That's definitely a roller coaster.
Can I disclaimer mine? Because I'm
Yes.
glad we're talking about this.
What?
I have this problem when I sign birthday cards. It's all cards ever. I sign them diagonally like I'm signing a yearbook and I'm 12 years old. I might as well have written love you like a sister and never ever change.
I do it diagonally too, only because I can't write straight.
But I
don't know how to write
but
straight.
that's still not straight. I'm only ever diagonal. I'm so self-conscious about it.
Do you know, I did a consultation today. I wrote the notes down. Somebody said that, the client was looking at it. Do you even know what you wrote down?
Maybe you should have been a doctor.
Brad says, I hope the blessings you've given this year return to you tenfold. Happy birthday, Party Rock. Very nice.
Hey.
Right. And happy birthday, boss. Many, many more happy and healthy celebrations from Pizza.
Hey.
Very nice. Happy birthday, Brad. Many blessings and celebrate in style. Best Coolio. Very nice. Happy birthday, Brad. Wishing you many more Patrice. All right. Happy birthday, Jenny from the Cube with a smile.
JQ.
Right. And dear Brad, happy birthday from 2017 until now. What an incredible journey Brad Show Live has been. Looking forward to what comes next. Here's to the best year yet. Love, Jilly B.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
That's it.
All right, guys. I'm taking my hat, I'm taking my cake, and I'm making like a leaf and getting out of here to start celebrating. We'll see you Tuesday. Have a great weekend. So, Sam, as part of the production, we have to say this disclaimer at the end of the show. Do you mind reading it for me?
Okay, but Brad, I have to do everything around here. It's bad enough I've got to remember everything that happened on the episode from the previous day.
Forget it. I'll do it. The proceeding was information only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easy to remember, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465. And now, conveniently located in Hartford, Connecticut on 1 Congress Street. Visit us in Connecticut or in New York at 225 Broadway. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAWLINK. 1-800-529-5465.